All right, what's going on, YouTube? It is Gabe, and we are here. We had another question come through the YouTube channel. I'm joined by my good friend and partner, Zach Young, our resident Amazon expert. And I want to just share with you guys the question that I'm going to ask Zach on his thoughts on this. And the question came from Luz P. And they said, what types of products can beginners sell on Amazon? And if you're a new seller to Amazon, Amazon has these things called gated categories. So there are certain categories that are ungated, which means anybody can sell on them. And then there's other categories of products that are gated, which means you need to get special approval from Amazon to sell on those. So obviously there's pros and cons to each. But Zach, we did a little research for the YouTube peeps. So what's going on with these gated categories, and what categories can beginners sell on here?
Yeah, well, it's a great question. And I know recently it seems like, Gabe, this is something that sellers, especially brand new coming in, like they can kind of get caught up on and confused or stressed. Because like, especially if they join a group like ours or in anything else they see, like on Facebook or Amazon groups, like you have all these people like gated, ungated, you got to get ungated. And like a brand new person comes in and they're trying to learn the ins and outs of Amazon. And like they got people going, you got to get ungated, you got to get ungated. And it's like, I don't even know how to sell on Amazon. I haven't even like listed my first item. Where are you talking ungated? So I think it's important for people to know there is a tremendous amount of opportunity to be very successful and sell a lot on Amazon without ever getting ungated. Okay. So just rest with that if you've been in that situation of thinking, I've got to get ungated. So, but yeah, Gabe, so I think two things. First, the best thing, and we're going to show people an example in a little bit, is Amazon has a thing called an Amazon Seller app that you can install on your phone. And Gabe's going to show you all an example here in a little bit. But pretty much you can scan any item and it will tell you if you're eligible to sell it or not. Okay, so that's probably the best thing to do because you will find every once in a while that this does not happen frequently, but there will be ungated categories that anyone can sell in. But there's still products in those categories that you still have to get approval to sell. Like it might be a brand name where they want sellers to request approval. You have to have authorization from the company to sell that brand name. So that will happen every once in a while. So that's why it's good to have the Amazon Seller app. But we wanted to give you some like really simple categories that when I first got started selling on Amazon, Gabe, like these were the easiest for me. They are all ungated, meaning I don't have to like request approval and go through this process with Amazon so I can be approved to sell in these categories. So if you're looking at like books, obviously that's real easy. And you can do used books and new books. So either books from around the house, bookstores, thrift shops, garage sales, whatever, right? Home and kitchen. Okay, so this is a really good one I enjoyed at Kohl's, Wallmart. There's a lot of stores that have the home and kitchen department, and it's a great category, Gabe. A lot of people buy a ton. It's one of the largest categories on Amazon as far as how many items are available in that category, and there's a tremendous amount of opportunity. So I'd highly encourage people to dive into the home and kitchen category when they're out looking for new product to sell on Amazon. Another thing, this is one of my favorites, probably from the generation I grew up in, Gabe. Video games. Okay. Video games, I still play them with my son, just turned 13. We love Madden football, right? But it's fun, and to me, it's real simple because, I just go, I look at the case at Walmart, at Best Buy, I see, Madden is selling, it's on sale for like $20, right? Or whatever at Walmart. And I look on my Amazon Seller app, I'm eligible to sell it, and it's selling for, 50 on Amazon. So that's a good deal. I'll purchase that and I'll sell it on Amazon and make a nice profit. So video games is something that's really simple to do. One thing on there, just make sure you have so many gaming systems now, like your PS4, your Xbox, your 360, your Nintendo stuff. So you do need to look at the Amazon listings have what they call a product variation. So like they might have one product, it would be Madden football, but that's available on like 4 or 5 different video games. So just make sure you're looking at the correct variation whenever you are looking for that product, and you're researching to make sure the pricing structure's right and your sales rank and things like that we get into on other videos that we've shared on determining whether a product's good to sell or not. Gabe, another one, baby. We have a lot of experience in this category because we have 7 children. Newest one's about 3 years old. So I love this, Gabe, because you have like Babies R Us, Walmart, Target, you have so many stores that have baby items. And that can be, like, I mean, just like baby toys. You have all sorts of baby items. So that's a great category. There's always, the thing I like about that, Gabe, is like you have the baby registries. You have a lot of people that do, like the baby showers and stuff like that. So it's a great place for people to go and get gifts for baby showers. And then obviously, if you're just wanting to get stuff for your brand new baby that's coming, like my wife did, she just pops on Amazon and, we order like zillions of things from there a month. UPS man knows this by name, but so it's easy to do. That's a great category to find product to sell. Another fun one and very simple, Gabe, is electronics. Okay, and I want to preface this with saying electronics can be dangerous in this sense. Like if you get online and you're looking at online sources that are not reputable, like it's not one of your main companies like Best Buy or Walmart or someone that everybody knows is well known, you do have a chance of finding counterfeit items that are not good, and that can get your Amazon account suspended. So anytime you go to, really it's a good practice on any item, Gabe, having good invoices, good receipts, documentation of where you got your stuff from, in case anyone ever did say they thought it was counterfeit or not authentic, and Amazon's like, hey, we need proof showing this is authentic. Especially electronics is a high counterfeit category. So if you're shopping from like Walmart, Best Buy, places like that, either online or at the physical store, it's a great category because there's always a lot of clearance stuff on electronics. I don't know about you, Gabe, but like anytime I go to Walmart and I see like the electronics section, there's always like a little clearance section, and there's all sorts of stuff in that section that's marked down, sometimes like 70, 80, 90% off. So I love finding electronics to sell on Amazon. It's a great category, but just make sure you're getting it from reputable suppliers and stores. Two more, Gabe, that's real simple. They're fun to find. Sports and outdoor stuff. So something I did really well with is like when things are coming in season and out of season, Gabe, like you have like soccer, like shin guards, or like golf, when spring's about to hit, which it's something you can sell year round because, in Florida or California, it's always nice and sunny. But like other states in the U.S. that have seasons, sometimes when spring's kicking in, like guys are wanting to go out golfing, find golf balls, golf gloves, when baseball season is about to start, batting gloves, mitts. There's just so many things. So kind of keep your eye open for different seasons on sports. And I've tended to do really well with that. And when a season is coming to an end, a lot of these stores will mark stuff down on clearance. So like if you see fall's about to hit and, a lot of golfers aren't going to be out golfing as much because it's cooler. Well, that might be true where you live. But like I just stated, in Florida or California or other areas that have a warmer climate where they golf year round, like you could get those 80 to 90% off retail, and you'll have someone pay 100% retail price because they're happy with the price and they live in an area where they can golf year round. So that's another little hint on top of the category thing, Gabe.
Yeah.
Last one.
Oh, go ahead.
This is a great one also, Gabe, is office products. So, and we've seen recently, like a lot of some of your big office stores have gone out of business. So that's another hint, maybe something we could hop into later, but if you see a big store that's like on clearance, they might be going out of business or they're liquidating. Office supplies is great because there's a lot of markup in those from those retailers. So when it comes time to liquidate, they have a lot of room to mark those things down on clearance. And that's a perfect opportunity to buy low and sell high on Amazon. So books, home and kitchen, video games, baby, electronics, sports and outdoor, and office products. I think those are 7 of the easiest categories to when you're first getting started to go looking for stuff in without having to get ungated, Gabe.
Cool. Well, I want to highlight that one piece, and then we can share. There's a resource we found on Amazon that we're going to link below this video that will show you a list where you can double check all these categories yourself and see what you're approved in. One thing you just said, Zach, and then I'll show an example of how to just scan, how the scanner works and how easy that is the regional opportunities you mentioned. So like if you live in Florida, for example, which is golf season like almost all year round, to be able to, source that product. You're going to have golf gear down there that we probably won't have in other parts of the country, or outdoor patio furniture or things like that. So there's always regional opportunities. Each region's a little different. If you live in the Northwest, for example, I was just hanging out with a good friend of ours, one of our coaches in the group, Devin. He was in Chicago 2 weeks ago for one of our seller retreats, and they get a lot of outdoor stuff out there, a lot of hiking. He lives in Washington, hiking gear, outdoor gear, camping gear, stuff that he has access to, specialty, hiking shoes and things that we just don't have here in the Midwest. So somebody like me, who loves the outdoors, I love being in the mountains, and we have several trips a year where we'll fly or drive to Colorado or Washington or different places and play around in the woods. I can't just go to my local store and find some of the equipment that we need. So, I'll hop on Amazon and find stuff and buy it from sellers like Devin. So there's regional opportunities. So just think outside the box of what's your area known for? What are some things that you may take for granted in your area that other people don't? So let me show with you real quick, guys. Zach, you mentioned an easy way. You mentioned those categories. Again, there's a link below that will show you, all the categories. It's real simple to double check. And even if when you're just getting started, even if you are ungated in certain categories, it's always good to double check. It's always good to double check and just see if Amazon sells it. So I'm signed in here to my Amazon seller app. It's this. We've showed this before. It is currently, at the time of this video, it's this black app here. This comes for free with your Amazon Pro account. So it's part of your $39 a month subscription for Amazon that allows you to sell. And all you do is open the app up here, and there's a little scanner, and it looks like this. And you can see it kind of pixelates things that you hide. So I'll see if I can show this on my computer. I've got a little, this is just a little external mic for iPhone. It's supposed to pick up better audio. So I'm just going to scan this product here. And let me get this, see if I can line this just up here. I'm doing this backwards. Okay, so I scanned it, and then it's going to pull up the listing here in Amazon, and I'm just going to click on this listing, and then it's going to pull up all the information that I need to know about this product. It's going to show me the low price, so low price of $26. It's going to show me the Amazon fees of $4, if you guys can see that, and then it's going to show your gross profit over here on the right-hand side of $22.76, and then right below that, it's going to show seller eligibility, and that's where you'll see either a green check. It says you can sell this product in new condition. So that's where you'll double check and see if you're eligible to sell products. Again, I always love to double check when I'm out sourcing. It's a good way just to kind of give yourself some peace. So Zach, with that being said, that's kind of a real easy way to do that. And again, this is just technology and tools that comes with your seller account, so there's nothing extra you have to get for that. What's up with the gated categories? Maybe we can do this real quick just to keep this video short. Why is it worth getting ungated, and maybe what are some of the categories that people are gated in?
Okay, yeah. Well, two things, okay? So we recommend, especially if you're brand new, stick with the ungated categories. It's enough of a learning curve. If you're going to be doing Amazon FBA, which we recommend, of course, there's a lot of opportunity in merchant fulfilled too, meaning that you're the one that ships it out when it sells. But first, learn Amazon, okay? Learn how to list stuff, how to sell it, how to ship it out, or how to send it to FBA and have it shipped out, how to manage inventory, monitor your pricing, stuff like that, okay? Once you're confident with that and you know how to sell stuff and you see profit and it's working well, then look into getting ungated if you're interested in doing that. Once again, a lot of people make a lot of profit without doing ungated categories. Now, one of the benefits, Gabe, of ungated though, is a lot of people don't want to mess with getting ungated. So at times there will be less competition on those listings. So really one of the ones that we've seen the most success that our members have had in the group have been like either the beauty category or like the shoes, handbags, and sunglasses. Shoes has been great. It's a great category. So, people they'll click on that link below, right? And if they have a seller account, they'll go to the category that they would like to try to get ungated in. It says view requirements. They'll click on that link, and then it'll tell them what's required. Now, from time to time, Amazon will either have like glitches or they'll be testing new things to where sometimes you can just click like request to get approval and you hit the button and like you hit one more button and you're approved automatically, and you didn't have to do anything else. At other times, like you're going to have to send in invoices. You have to send in a certain amount of invoices with from an authorized like distributor. You might have to get like a wholesale account set up, which that's a whole nother like topic and study on how to do all that. But yeah, Gabe. So ungated categories are great. They need to go to that list. It'll tell the requirements of what's needed. And you can click on some of those. You might be able to get approved without having to send any documentation in. Again, that'll be a teaching for another day, because that's always fluid as well, Gabe. We've seen over the past year, it's greatly changed. There's been a lot of ungating services out there to where people could, you could pay a certain amount to get ungated in a certain category, but Amazon changed a lot of things up. And a lot of those businesses aren't even around anymore, Gabe, people who are offering that service to help people get ungated. So by the time people are watching this video, like what we share with how to get ungated today, it might not be the same like 3 months from now, because they're usually changing things up in that area. But tons of opportunity in ungated, man. Gated's great too. I think if you're going to try to get ungated, I would look at shoes, handbags, and sunglasses. And then I would look at beauty. I think those are two of my favorite categories to be ungated in and sell products in.
Yeah, and I toss one more in the hat, and that's clothes. We've had a lot of, we always have success. Almost every time I go to the Nike outlet store, I just find apparel. Apparel sells really well at Christmas time too. But so just to echo what you said, and then we'll wrap this up here. If you're a beginner, just have peace, stick with the ungated categories, learn the platform, get familiar and comfortable sourcing. You can make a lot of money. There's a ton of opportunity in the ungated categories. It's a rookie mistake that a lot of new sellers make, where they try and get ungated in everything in the beginning. They try and do everything at once, and you'll end up just it's kind of like the shotgun approach. You'll end up spending a lot of energy on a little different avenues, and nothing will get done. So best thing to do is get in profit and start making money fast. And the way to do that is to stick with the ungated categories, hop in the baby section. People are always buying new stuff for babies. There's always new babies being born, always people with demand in those categories. And once you get good at that, then maybe look at one other category to add. And a very wise seller, I interviewed a 7-figure seller, won't say his last name, won't say his first name either. We'll keep him anonymous. But he shared one tip with me on the interview, and this was a private interview we did inside for members of our group. We have special interviews for members of our group. And he said, I just pick one new thing to do each year, like one new category to add or one new strategy to add to my business. And he's a 7-figure seller. So I think there's something to be said about the simplicity, just keeping it simple. So hopefully that helps it clear up that question for you, Zach. I appreciate you sharing some of those categories. If you guys are watching this video, Zach, you had mentioned our top secret Amazon group, and we've got a brand new website that is chocked full of resources. The videos that you guys see on YouTube are just the tip of the iceberg. So if you'd like to apply to be a member of our group and be a part of our family, as we like to think of it, Zach has 7 kids, and then our group is like our extended family. We've got sellers all across the country that you can connect with. You can ask questions. We've got an open feed Facebook group that you can connect with other people. And it's just, if you're trying to do this business alone, I would encourage you to get in a community. Our community, obviously, we're a little biased. There's other communities out there. But get in a community of like-minded people that have the same support and are up to the same things in life. It's too easy for you to start this business and go tell your Uncle Joe, hey, I'm selling on Amazon. He's going to, oh, that stuff doesn't work, whatever. And you got to have that positive reinforcement from people that are doing it. And that's part of why we do the internal interviews inside of our group. We started a new thing inside of our group also recently called Free Lead Friday. So if you'd like to have, we like to bless our members, and we've been giving away free leads. We have an internal team of sourcers that do sourcing for Zach and I in our internal business, and we share some of those leads with you guys. It's just a way to kind of help you get familiar with the process. So you can click the link below, go to sellersecrets.com to apply to become a member of the group, and then our community manager will welcome you aboard and get you started. So all that information is below. And Zach, any closing thoughts, man, before we wrap up this video?
No, man, that's great. I love the simplicity. I mean, there's a lot to be said about that. One of my favorite sayings is if you chase 2 rabbits, both will escape. It's like an ancient proverb. So I agree with you, especially brand new person. If you get in there and you're like, I got to get it. I got to do this. I got to do that. And like you said, it's a ton of energy. You're spinning, but like no results. So I highly, highly agree with that. Even I think we might have been overboard sharing 7 categories. So maybe out of that 7 ungated we shared, just pick one thing you like that resonates with you. Like if you're like, I love baby stuff, or I dig video games or books, that's easy. Just stick on that. And once you start seeing results from it and you get the hang of it, maybe move on to another then. But I agree with you, man. Trying to do too much at once sometimes, especially when you're brand new, it can be a recipe for disaster, and it can make your home business with Amazon short-lived. So, that's one thing we try to do in our group. Just keep it simple, encourage you all. And simplicity can create results, man, as long as people are focused and take action. So
for sure.
Agreed.
So cool. Well, last thought, I just want to thank Luz P. I'm not for sure what your full name is, but I appreciate the comment on YouTube. And if you guys have questions, we want to answer your question. Zach and I are in YouTube on a weekly basis responding to your questions on these videos. And if you've got a good one, we may just feature you on an upcoming video. And we'd love to celebrate you guys and appreciate the feedback. So leave a comment below, leave your questions below. We'll do our best to respond to everybody. And maybe we'll see your name on a video in the near future. So have an awesome day, guys, and we'll see you real soon.
See ya.